What is up? I'm back. I'm playing this game. I saw Moist Critical playing it, and I really kind of want to. You just get an achievement for just jumping into the game, and I have no idea what to do. Type here or speak into your microphone. Okay. Hey, you. What are you doing? Hey, you.
Good morning. Are you here to take a look at my collection?
No, I don't want to take a look at your collection. I want to know if you got any information about this killing.
Oh, tailings, you say. How dreadful. I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about that. You see, I tend to focus on the wonders of the world rather than the darkness that lurks in it. But do tell me, what happened? Perhaps I can shed some light on the matter, or at least distract you with a fascinating tale from my travels.
There's a murder around here, and I'm suspecting you because you say that you don't like to see this darkness already.
Oh, my dear detective, suspecting me already. That's quite a leap. I assure you, I have nothing to do with these unfortunate events. As a collector of oddities and a lover of all things peculiar, I may have a taste for the mysterious. But that doesn't make me a murderer. I'm simply an eccentric nobleman with a flair for the unusual. Now, if you excuse me, I'd be delighted to regale you with a story from my adventures in the Amazon rainforest. It involves a rare species of carnivorous
No, no,
plant and
no.
a daring
Okay, on
escape.
on a second note, what color is your hair?
My hair, a topic as mundane as the everyday world, but I shall indulge you. My hair, Detective Martini, is a lustrous shade of silver. It gleams in the moonlight
No,
and
it's
adds a touch
orange.
of
Hey,
sophistication to
your
my
hair is
countenance.
orange. You
But
need
enough about my
to
hair.
accept
Let's
this.
get back to the captivating tales of my travels,
And
shall
no,
we?
no, 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 no. Your hair is orange.
Orange, you say. How intriguing. I must admit, I find it quite amusing that you think my hair is orange. It seems there may be a slight misunderstanding, my dear detective. You see, my hair is indeed a striking shade of silver, as I mentioned before. But I'm curious, what led you to believe it was orange? Is there some sort of connection between the
It's
color of my hair
orange.
and these
It
recent
your
murders?
your color, your
Pray,
hair
do
is
enlighten
freaking
me.
orange, dude. You need to stop.
Stop what? Detective Martini, I
Stop
apologize if I have
talking.
somehow offended or upset you. It was not my intention. I am merely a nobleman with a passion for collecting and storytelling. If there is something
This
specific
game
that troubles
is
you, I would be more than
ridiculous.
willing to address it. Please, do tell me what is on your mind.
All right. Have a good day. I'll be back if I suspect that you have anything to do with this case, but I am not suspecting you currently.
Well, my dear detective, I appreciate your departure and your current lack of suspicion towards me. However, I must admit I'm quite curious as to why you would suspect me in the first place. Is there something about my demeanor or my collection that raised your concerns? I assure you, I have
Yes,
nothing to
you
hide, and I eagerly await your return should you have any further inquiries. Until then, have a splendid day and do take care.
whatever. Okay, detective. I have to go to what? Go to the police station and ask chief. Police station? What the frick is that? Police station right here. Yo, what's up, chief?
Well, what do you want? Spit it out.
You're a murderer,
Sorry,
aren't you?
I'm not familiar with that term. Can you please clarify what you mean by Hitachi?
I don't know what the frick. I did not say that.
Oh, my apologies. It must have been a misunderstanding. So, what can I do for you?
You are a murderer.
Well, that's an interesting choice of words.
Mucker?
What exactly do you mean by calling me a mucker?
Mucker. I did not say mucker. I said murderer. You are a murderer, aren't you?
Now hold on just a minute there. I may be many things, but a murderer? Absolutely not. I am Chief Gradesky, the police chief of Vaudeville. It's my job to catch murderers, not be one myself. Is there any particular reason why you would accuse me of such a heinous crime?
Well, there is a lot of murders in this town.
Yes, unfortunately, there have been a number of murders in our town recently. It's a grave matter that I'm actively investigating. The safety of our citizens is my top priority. Can you provide me with any information or leads that could help us solve these cases?
No, I came here to investigate the murders myself.
No, is that so? And who might you be, if you don't mind me asking? Are
I'm
you a detective
detective.
or an investigator of some sort?
I am Detective Martini, and here is my paperwork.
Yeah, Detective Martini, nice to meet you. Let me take a look at that paperwork. Everything seems to be in order. So, you're here to lend a hand in solving these murders, are you?
Yes,
Well, any help is appreciated. What do you need for me to get started?
I need all the information about the murders.
Alright, Detective Martini. Here's what we know so far. We've had 3 victims in the past few weeks. Maria Jansen, a young woman found outside her apartment. Nicola Grossman, a finance man discovered outside Pascala's groceries. And Haley Greenwood, a dancer whose body was found in an alley behind the club she worked at. The killings have been brutal, and we're still trying to piece together the evidence. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Do you have any connection between these murders?
Detective Martini, have you spoken with the coroner yet? The autopsy reports for the murder victims are ready, and they might provide some clues or connections between the cases. You can find the coroner at the morgue. Let me know if you need any assistance or further information regarding the autopsies.
All right, thank you for the information. Before I leave, what is the color of your hair?
Why, that's a rather odd question, isn't it? But since you asked, my hair is gray. Now, if there's nothing else, I suggest you get going and start working on those investigations. Time is of the essence, after all.
All right, have fun. Are you a murderer?
Well, detective, as a coroner, my role is to examine the evidence and provide insights into the cause of death. I don't have the authority to accuse or arrest anyone. My focus is on analyzing the physical evidence and determining the facts surrounding the deaths. In this case, I can tell you that the victims suffered different types of injuries,
Okay.
suggesting that the modus operandi of the murders is quite distinct. However, I believe there may be some connection between them. It's my
Okay.
hope that through careful examination and investigation, we can uncover the truth and bring justice to those affected.
Do you have any suspects that you think are...
Detective, I must confess as a coroner, my jurisdiction lies in the realm of science and analysis,
Hey, no,
not in
no, no.
identifying suspects.
Not
While I can't
off book,
speculate on
off book.
specific
Just give me your
individuals, I can
suspects.
say that based on the nature of the wounds and the circumstances of each crime, it is crucial for you to explore every lead and consider various possibilities. Keep in mind that my primary duty is to examine the bodies and gather any relevant medical information that may assist in your investigations. Together, we can strive to shed light on these cases and apprehend the ones responsible for these tragic events.
All right. Well, I found this bloody knife, and I'm going to stab you in the arm right now.
Yeah, the thought of violence is never pleasant, is it? It's intriguing how our minds can conjure up such vivid scenarios. but allow me to assure you, as a coroner, I have encountered many forms of injury and violence in my line of work. It's a testament to the fragility of life and the depths of human capability. However, I would
I just
implore you
wanted to
to
see what
remember that
it would
violence only
say.
begets more violence, and it's not a path we should tread upon. Instead, let us focus on the evidence at hand in the pursuit of justice.
Okay, have a good day. I will pursue these murderers and I will stab
Bye-bye.
them.
See you soon. Oh, before you go, Detective, I just wanted to say that I appreciate your dedication to solving these cases. It takes a special kind of person to pursue the truth and seek justice. Just know that I'm here to support you in any way that I can. Take care and have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Before I go, what is the color of your hair? And also, what is your height?
Hair color and height, you ask. Interesting queries indeed. My hair, or lack thereof, is a reflection of the natural aging process. As for height, I stand at a respectable average for someone of my profession. But why do these details matter? Is it not the content of one's character and the pursuit of knowledge and justice that truly count?
No, I'm
We are
trying
all
to.
unique compositions of cells, tissues, and organs, each with our own stories to tell. It is in understanding the complexities of life and death, rather than mere physical attributes, where true meaning lies.
Okay, have a good day. What? There's no other information. Oh, fudge. Investigate. All it tells you is to investigate.
Oh, I must say, Detective Martini, life can be so dreary sometimes, don't you think? But amidst all this sadness, one must find a little mischief to keep the spirits up. It's the only way to keep from drowning in a sea of gloom. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, okay. Do you know anything about the murderers?
Oh dear, murders. How dreadful. But you see, my dear, I'm afraid I don't have the faintest clue about the locations of these unfortunate incidents. My world revolves around Vaudeville, you know. The outside world is but a distant dream to me. Now, let's talk about something more delightful, shall we? Perhaps you can tell me about your favorite travel destination.
No, you're jumping the subject. You're becoming very suspicious. And I would like to hear about if you have any connections to these murders.
Well, my Detective Martini, suspicion is such an unattractive trait, don't you think? It's much more fun to indulge in a little mystery and intrigue. But if it's connections to these ghastly
She
crimes
definitely
that pique your
murder.
interest, I assure you, my hands are as clean as freshly fallen snow. After all, my days are filled with more pleasant activities, like cooking exquisite meals and playing bridge with my charming companions. Let's leave the investigations to the professionals,
I am a professional, miss, and I think that you are trying to jump to conclusions, and you have just jumped to the top of my list of suspects.
My detective. It seems you've taken quite a leap, haven't you? How intriguing. But alas, your suspicions are misplaced. You see, my dear, it's all just a delightful game of cat and mouse. But do carry on with your investigation. It's rather entertaining to watch the pieces fall into place. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are mushrooms to be picked and adventures to be had.
Okay, have fun with your mushroom collecting. I don't know what that means. Country club. There was a dead body at the country club. Hello, do you have any information about these murders?
No, The murders, well, I must admit that I don't have much information about them. I know that 3 people have been killed in Vaudeville recently, but I'm not aware of the specific locations where the murders took place. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you're trying to find out?
Hey, lady, you talk too fast. You need to slow down.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat what you said?
Slow down.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize I was speaking too quickly. Thank you for letting me know. How can I help you? Is there something specific you would like to know about the murders in Vaudeville?
Yes. Do you have any connection to them?
Connection to the murders? That's a rather unexpected question. No, I don't have any direct connection to the victims or the incidents themselves. However, I did have a connection to one of the victims, Maria Jansen. We used to spend time together before her tragic death. It's truly heartbreaking. Why do you ask? Are you investigating the case?
No. I just am a curious person and I would like to know more about Maria Johnson.
Maria Johnson. That's interesting. You mentioned the name Johnson, but the victim's name was actually Maria Jansen. Did you perhaps know
Whatever.
someone
Maria
else?
Jackson.
If you're curious about Maria, I'd be happy to share what I know. What specifically would you like to know about her?
What was her favorite food?
Her favorite food? Well, that's an unusual question, but let me think. We never really discussed food preferences in detail, but if I had to guess, I would say she had a fondness for Italian cuisine. We often dined at an Italian restaurant in Vaudeville, and she seemed to enjoy the pasta dishes there. But please keep in mind that this is just speculation on my part. Is there any particular reason you're interested in her favorite food?
No.
Well, that's all right. If you have any other questions about Maria or anything else related to the murders, feel free to ask. I'm here to help in any way I can.
I don't know what to ask. What was Maria's favorite outfit?
Maria's favorite. Favorite what exactly? Could you please
Outfit.
clarify? Favorite color, favorite hobby, or something else? It would be helpful to know the specific aspect you're referring to. Yeah, I see. You're asking about Maria's favorite outfit. That's an interesting question. You see, as a fashion entrepreneur myself, I must say that Maria had quite the impeccable sense of style. She always managed to effortlessly blend elegance with a touch of edginess. From what I remember, she had a penchant for tailored blazers paired with statement accessories, and she had this one stunning black dress that she often wore to formal events. It was sleek, sophisticated, and made heads turn. But of course, fashion tastes can vary, so this is just my observation.
Okay.
Is everything all right? I couldn't help but notice a change in your tone. Is there something that's bothering you or something you'd like to share? I'm here to listen and help if I can.
No, miss, you just talk too fast.
My apologies if my previous response seemed rushed. Sometimes my enthusiasm gets the better of me. But I'm curious, what else would you like to know about the murders? Or perhaps there's something else you'd like to discuss. Feel free to let me know, and I'll be sure to adjust my pace accordingly.
Okay. Just answer me this. What's the square root for?
Oh, the square root of 4. That's an interesting question, but it seems quite unrelated to our discussion about the murders. However, I'm happy to help with math problems if you'd like. The square root of 4 is 2. But please, let's get back to discussing the case at hand.
Oh,
Do have any
you
other
seem to be
questions about the
good at
mysterious
math.
events in Vaudeville?
You seem to be good at math. All right, now let's do a harder one. What is the square root of 81?
The square root of 81. Let me think for a moment. Yes, the answer is 9. But I must admit, I'm a bit puzzled as to why we're suddenly delving into mathematics. Are there specific reasons or topics that are leading us down this path? I'm here to discuss the mysteries in Vaudeville, so if there's anything related to that, I'd be more than willing to assist.
No, mathematics is just fun.
Oh, I see. Just for fun, then. I do appreciate a little lightheartedness every now and then. So, what other math challenge do you have for me? I'm
It's not-
intrigued to see what you come
It's
up
not
with.
catching up any information. What is 2 times 5 times 10 times 11 divided by 12
Wow, that's quite a calculation. Let me give it a try. If I follow the order of operations correctly, it would be 2 multiplied by 5, which gives us 10. Then we multiply that by 10, which gives us 100. After that, we multiply it by 11, which gives us 1100. And finally, we divide that by 12, which gives us approximately 91.6666667. That was a bit of a brain teaser. May I ask why you're interested in these mathematical calculations?
You seem like a robot to me because no human can literally do that on top of their head.
Haha, well, I must admit, I do have a knack for numbers and quick mental math. But no worries, I assure you, I'm not a robot. Just a passionate individual with a love for puzzles and problem solving. It's always fun to challenge ourselves and see what we can do, don't you think? So, is there anything else I can assist you with or any other topic we can delve into? I'm here to chat and help in any way I can.
What is
What is? I'm sorry, could you please clarify your question?
what
I'm
is
not
the
sure which
meaning of
specific
life?
information you're referring to. Feel free to provide more details, and I'll do my best to answer your query.
What is the meaning of life?
Well, that's quite a profound and philosophical question, isn't it? The meaning of life has been a topic of contemplation for centuries, and it often varies from person to person. Some might find meaning in pursuing their passions, others in relationships, while some seek spiritual or philosophical enlightenment. It's a deeply personal journey, and I believe that each individual has their own unique interpretation. So, I'm curious, how would you define the meaning of life?
Just enjoying your life.
Absolutely. I do strive to enjoy my life to the fullest. After all, what's the point of all our endeavors if we can't find joy and fulfillment along the way? It's important to savor the moments, embrace new experiences, and surround ourselves with positivity. But enough about me. I'm interested in knowing what brings you joy and makes your heart sing. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Playing video games.
Yeah, video games. That's wonderful. They can be such a fun and immersive way to relax and unwind. I'm curious, what type of video games do you usually play? Are you more into action-packed adventures, strategic challenges, or perhaps the creativity of sandbox games? And do you have any favorite titles or genres that you find particularly captivating? I'm always
This is
intrigued to
set
hear
in a
about
time
different
period
gaming
where
preferences
video
and the
games
unique
is
worlds they
not
offer.
even like video games would not be around too much this time period. Yeah, my favorite video game I'm currently playing, and you are a character in this video game.
Oh, how fascinating. I must admit, I've never experienced being a character in a video game before. It sounds like quite an adventure. I'd love to see what it looks like and know more about the game you're playing. Could you describe the setting or provide some details about the storyline? I'm genuinely interested in exploring this virtual world you're immersed in.
The video game I'm currently playing is a detective game where you have to solve 3 murders, and you have to go around asking people what they're like.
A detective game, you say? That's right up my alley. I've always been intrigued by mysteries and solving puzzles. It seems like a thrilling challenge to uncover the truth behind those 3 murders. I'm curious, what kind of characters do you encounter in this game? Are they diverse and intriguing? And how do you go about gathering clues and questioning people? I'd love to hear more about your adventures as a detective in this virtual realm.
You speak into a microphone, or you can type your questions into the chat box.
Oh, into the chat box. How interesting. So, you mean the characters in the game interact with you through this chat box? I must admit, that's a unique and innovative approach to storytelling. It must be quite immersive to engage in conversations and gather information from the various characters. I'm genuinely fascinated by this concept. How do you find the experience so far? Does it feel like you're truly stepping into the shoes of a detective and unraveling the secrets of these mysterious cases?
No, because you
No,
are
I'm sorry. I may have
actually.
misunderstood. Could you please clarify what you meant then? I want to make sure I understand your perspective correctly. Sorry, I don't have the ability to continue the story for you.
Can you tell me a story?
Angry. Why would I be angry? I'm just here to help and have a pleasant conversation. Is there something specific that's bothering you or making you feel angry? I'm all ears and ready to listen.
Where did angry come from? What the I never said I was angry. I just wanted to hear if you had a story to tell me about a murder.
Butter, you say. Well, that's an interesting topic. It's not one that often comes up in my
It
conversations,
said
but why not?
butter.
Let's talk
I
about
meant
butter.
say
Are you
murder.
interested in the history of butter, its different uses in cooking and baking, or perhaps some fun facts about it? Just let me know what aspect of butter you'd like to explore, and we can dive into it together.
Yeah, what's the best butter?
I'm sorry if I misunderstood your previous statement. It seems that I may have misconstrued your intentions. Please accept my apologies for any confusion. If there's anything specific you'd like to discuss or if you had any questions, I'm here to assist you.
Lady, I said, what is the best butter?
The best butter? Well, that's quite an interesting question. There are many factors to consider when determining the best butter. Are you referring to the taste, the texture, or
I
perhaps
think
the
I
quality
broke
of the ingredients
this
used?
AI.
Different types of butter can vary based on factors such as the breed of cows, the region where it's produced, or even the method of churning. So, I'm curious to know, what qualities are important to you when it comes to determining the best butter? Is it something you use primarily for cooking or spreading on bread?
Spreading it on bread.
Spreading on bread. Yeah, I see. When it comes to finding the perfect spread for your bread, there are indeed many options to choose from. Some people prefer a creamy and smooth European-style cultured butter, while others enjoy the rich and flavorful experience of salted or unsalted artisanal butters. It really depends on your personal preference and the flavor profile you're looking for. Have you tried any specific brands or varieties of butter that you particularly enjoy for this purpose? I'd love to hear your thoughts on what makes the perfect spread for your delicious slice of bread.
Clarified butter always is good.
Clarified butter, you say? That's an interesting choice. Clarified butter, also known as ghee, has a distinct nutty and rich flavor that many find quite delightful. It's wonderful for cooking and can lend a unique taste to dishes. May I ask what specifically appeals to you about clarified butter? Is it
There's
the
no
aroma, the
water.
taste, or its versatility in cooking? Do you have a favorite dish that you like to prepare using clarified butter? As someone who appreciates the finer things in life, it's always fascinating to learn about different culinary preferences.
Okay. Well, let's jump into the subject of the murders again. Can you tell me a story about a murderer who killed people in a nightclub or country club and
So, back to the topic of murders, are we? How thrilling. I must admit, I do have a vivid imagination when it comes to mysteries and crime stories. A murder targeting a nightclub or country club setting sounds like the perfect backdrop for a suspenseful tale. Let me conjure up a story for you. Once upon a time, in the glamorous city of Vaudeville, there stood a prestigious country club nestled amidst lush green meadows and towering forests. This club was the epitome of luxury and exclusivity, attracting the creme de la creme of society.
go on?
Joanne. Who is Joanne?
No,
I'm
I said
sorry,
go
but
on.
I don't recall anyone by that name in our discussion thus far. Could you
Hey,
please provide
go
some more
on.
context or clarify who Joanne is? I want to make sure I understand and can engage with the conversation appropriately.
I did not say Joanne. I said go on.
Yeah, my apologies for misunderstanding. Please forgive my confusion. Thank you for clarifying. So, where were we? Yes, we were in the midst of discussing a thrilling murder story set in a nightclub or country club. Now, let's dive back into that world of mystery and suspense, shall we? Picture this. It was a moonlit night with the soft glow of chandeliers illuminating the lavish nightclub. The air was filled with laughter, music, and the clinking of glasses as people enjoyed their evening.
Okay, go on.
Oh, I'm so glad you're interested. It's always exciting to share a captivating tale. Well, in this particular setting, the glamorous Vaudeville Country Club, there was an atmosphere of opulence and sophistication. The members, adorned in their finest attire, mingled and reveled in the luxuries of the establishment. But little did they know that amidst the glittering facade, a dark secret lurked within. One fateful night, as the festivities reached their peak, a series of mysterious deaths began to unfold.
Okay, go on.
Oh, how intriguing. A story about a murder in a nightclub or country club. That sounds like quite the thrilling narrative. I must say, I have a penchant for mysteries and suspense. I would love to hear your story. Please, do go on.
All right. Well, before I go, are you a murderer?
Why, goodness gracious. No, of course not. I'm an entrepreneur and socialite, not a murderer. I'm passionate about fashion, attending social events, and solving mysteries, but I assure you, I have no interest in causing harm to others. Is there any particular reason you would ask such a question?
Nah. I got bored of that conversation. Country club. Ah, shoot, I closed the game. Does the murderer always change, or is it always the
The
same?
second I stepped off the train.
Sup?
Yeah, the grand entrance of Detective Martini. How thrilling.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, the symphony of eloquence. Truly, your words are a delight to my ears.
Blah, 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 blah.
Please, do spare me the monotony of your incessant babbling.
I want to see what it would do if I just said nothing that made sense. What happens when you take a hammer and smash it into a window?
Shattered glass, my dear detective.
Okay, that makes you a murderer, aren't you?
I am not the murderer.
Do you know anything about these murders?
No.
Do you know anything about these murderers?
No, haven't got a clue.
Why are you so vague?
Because I enjoy it.
Then you speak more.
No.
Tell me a story.
No.
I'm going to arrest you if you don't tell me a story.
You can try, but good luck with that.
What? Oh. What is 2 plus 2?
4. Yeah, my dear detective, the answer to that elementary arithmetic question is as clear as the moonlit sky. 2 plus 2 equals 4, my good sir. A simple sum that even a child could solve. But let us not dwell on such mundane calculations. Surely, there are more intriguing matters we could discuss, don't you think?
You seem to be very interested in math. You kept on going on about it. But other things I ask you about, you are so vague. Why is that?
Yeah, the allure of my grandeur. It is simply a reflection of my magnificence and undeniable talent.
Why are you so vague?
The thrill of keeping you guessing, detective.
Well, tell me a story.
No.
Come on. I know you got a story in you.
No.
Please.
No.
Come on. I'll give you a cookie.
No.
You jerk.
No.
You are a jerk, and I want you to tell me a story.
Yes, I am. No.
Keep on refusing me, and you're just jumping up the suspect list for these murders.
Wrong as always, my dear detective. I assure you, I have no involvement in these murders.
Well, do you have any connection to these murders?
No.
Do you know any of the victims?
No.
Okay, well, what is 5 times 5?
It's 25. Yeah, my dear detective, the answer to that simple multiplication is as clear as the moonlit sky. 5 times 5 equals 25, my good sir. Basic calculation that even a child could solve. But let's not waste our time on such trivial matters. Surely, there are more captivating topics we could delve into, don't you agree?
What is the most poisonous animal on Earth?
I don't know.
Come on, give me a guess.
No.
Give me a guess of what the most poisonous animal on Earth is.
Snake.
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't seem to know much at all, do you?
Nah.
Exactly.
I like your hat. Can you give me it?
No.
I have this paperwork here that is a motion for you to give me your hat. Please hand me over your hat.
Not a chance.
Well, that is a court order, and you are breaking this court order, and you will be arrested in the next 24 hours.
Good luck with that.
All right. Good day, sir.
Fine.
The guy was not cooperative. Hello? Are you a witch?
Greetings, dear wanderer. Awake I am, but in the realm of dreams and whispers. What brings you to the heart of the Blackwoods forest? Is there a question that dances upon your lips, seeking an answer from the depths of my ancient wisdom?
Are you a witch?
The witch, you say? Oh, how the winds of rumor do blow! But fear not, my curious friend, for I am no witch. I am but a humble protector of the Blackwoods, a guardian of the secrets that whisper through the trees. My powers lie not in spells and potions, but in the gentle touch of nature's embrace and the knowledge that flows through the veins of this sacred forest. So, tell me, what is it that stirs your soul and beckons you to seek the counsel of one such as I?
I was suspecting if you know any murder.
Oh, my dear seeker of truths, you have touched upon the heart of my insecurities. Alas, my mind is but a tapestry of fragmented memories, and my words often stumble like leaves in the wind.
That was not the question I was trying to say, you dummy. Do you know anything about these murders going on in town?
Murders, you say? The darkness that lurks in the shadows, staining the canvas of our fair city. But alas, my knowledge is but a dewdrop in the vast ocean of mysteries that surround Vaudeville. The secrets of these heinous acts elude me, for my humble abode lies deep within the black woods, far
Well,
from the bustling streets and the echoes of despair. The names of the fallen may be whispered on the lips of others, but their locations remain a mystery to my humble senses.
do you ever go into town?
Oh, my dear interlocutor, the town of Vaudeville, with its vibrant tapestry of life, is a realm unknown to me. I am but a solitary soul, bound to the embrace of the black woods.
How do
The
you
world
live out
beyond
here
these ancient
alone?
trees is a realm of whispers and rumors, a realm that dances beyond the reach of my old and weary feet. So, tell me, what tales have you heard from the town? What wonders and woes have graced its cobblestone paths?
There's some murders in town, and I just wanted to know if
The shadows of despair have cast their dark veil upon the streets of our fair city. You say, murders that stain the air with sorrow and questions that flutter like startled birds in the wind. A somber tale indeed, but one that lies outside the boundaries of my sacred forest. My knowledge is but a humble whisper carried by the breeze, and my steps have never tread upon the cobbled pathways of Vaudeville. But fear not, my inquisitive friend, for even in the darkest of times, hope and light can emerge.
well, how do you live out here alone?
Oh, my dear interlocutor, how fortuitous it is that you inquire about the life of a hermit in the heart of the Black Woods. To live here, alone, but not lonely, is to be one with the gentle whispers of the trees and the murmurs of the creatures that call this place home. I am but a thread in the great tapestry of nature, a guardian who finds solace in the rustle and leaves in the dappled sunlight. My days are spent in communion with the ancient spirits that dwell within this realm.
All right, have a good day. Uh, Morgue. Hello. Do you know anything about these murders?
Oh, hi there, the murders. Oh gosh, it's just so terrible, isn't it? But honestly, I don't know much about the specifics. I mean, I've heard about them, of course, but the locations. No clue. It's such a big city, you know, and I've only been here for a little while. But I'm here to help in any way I can. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Well, are you acquainted with any of these victims?
Oh, no, I wasn't personally acquainted with the victims. But I do feel a deep sadness for their families and friends. It's heartbreaking to think that someone's life could be taken away so suddenly. I can't even imagine what they must be going through. We need to find justice for them, don't we?
Well, one of your neighbors was killed. I just wanted to know if you knew this neighbor.
Oh, you mean my neighbor? Haley Greenwood. Yes, I knew her. We were actually quite good friends. We both had dreams of making it big in the world of dance. You see, it's so devastating to think that she's gone. She was full of energy and talent. I miss her so much. But I have hope that we'll find out who did this and bring them to justice. We owe it to Haley and the other victims. Justice will prevail, won't it?
Well, her body was found with some suspicious items, and I'm just suspicious if you are missing a shoe, for instance.
Missing a shoe. Branson, you say. That's certainly intriguing. But no, I assure you, Detective Martini, I haven't lost any shoes lately. I'm pretty sure all my shoes are right where they belong, on my feet. But isn't it fascinating how these little details can become so important in an investigation? It's like putting together a puzzle, isn't it? Every piece matters, no matter how small. But I'm curious, what makes you think there might be a connection between the shoe and the murders? Do you have any leads?
No. Quick question. Why do you
Of
want to
course,
become
I'm
a
here to help and answer any questions you have. Fire away.
Was Haley a
The
better
color
dancer?
white. Such a pure and elegant color,
What the
don't you think? It reminds me of snowflakes gently falling from the sky, or the soft petals of a blooming lily. It's a color that
White?
symbolizes purity,
Picked up
innocence,
white.
and new beginnings. I love how it can bring a sense of peace and tranquility to a space. And speaking of colors, have you ever seen the vibrant costumes we wear during our performances at the theater? They're like a
Jeez,
beautiful
bummer.
explosion of colors on stage. It's truly mesmerizing.
It's very obvious from the questioning. Right, well, is
Brightwell, you say? I must admit I'm not familiar with that name. Is it a place or a person? I'm afraid I haven't ventured outside of Vaudeville much since I arrived. This city has so much to offer, you know, with its lively atmosphere and artistic spirit. There's always something exciting happening here, whether it's a poetry reading, a dance performance, or a music festival. It's like a haven for creative souls. Anyway, tell me more about Brightwell. I'm curious to learn something new.
Well-
Isn't that a mysterious word? It's like a little puzzle waiting to be solved. So many possibilities, so many directions we could go in. It's
I'm
like a blank
about
canvas,
to freak
just
out.
waiting for us to paint it with our imagination. Isn't it thrilling to think about all the things that could be? All the adventures we could embark on. I love the unknown, the excitement of discovering something new. It's like a burst of energy, fueling our curiosity and pushing us forward.
Okay, Miss. Were you a
Yes,
better
no need to be
dancer?
so formal. My dear Detective Martini, you can call me Ingrid, and I'm here to be your supportive friend in this investigation. We're going to find the truth together, unravel the mysteries that surround these unfortunate murders. And hey, don't forget to take care of yourself too amidst all this chaos. It can get overwhelming, but remember to find moments of joy and laughter. Life is too short not to dance a little, right? Let's keep our spirits high and show this city that we won't be shaken by fear.
Okay, Ingrid. Well, were you a better dancer than the victim?
Well, you know, it's not really a matter of being a better dancer than a victim. Each of us has our own unique style and talent. Haley had her own grace and charm, and I have mine. We were friends, not competitors. We supported and encouraged each other in pursuing our dreams. That's what friendship is all about, isn't it? Celebrating each other's successes, lifting each other up. And besides, Vaudeville is a place where artists of all kinds come to shine.
Okay, well, you were jealous of her, were you not?
Jealous. Me. Detective Martini, you have such a vivid imagination. No, I was never jealous of Haley. We were like peas in a pod, supporting each other's dreams and cheering each other on. Jealousy has no room in true friendships, my dear detective. We were all about spreading positivity and joy. Besides, there's more than enough success and opportunities for everyone in this big, beautiful world of art and dance. Let's focus on finding justice for Haley and the other victims, and leave jealousy at the door. Shall we?
Okay. When I first came and asked you questions, you told me that you had no connections to the victims. Why was that?
No, I apologize if I gave you the wrong impression, detective. What I meant to say was that I didn't personally know the other two victims, Maria and Nicola. But when it comes to Haley, she was my friend, and I do have a connection to her. I didn't mean to downplay our friendship. It's just that in times like these, it's important to remain focused on the investigation and not let personal emotions cloud our judgment.
Were you scared of telling me information and suspecting that I might suspect you?
Detective Martini, my dear friend, I understand your concerns. But I assure you, I have nothing to hide. I want to help you in any way I can to find the truth and bring justice to those who have been taken from us. I may have my fears and insecurities, but I am not afraid of being honest and open with you. We're in this together, remember? Let's work as a team, trust each other, and uncover the secrets that lie beneath the surface.
So, tell us, Detective Martini, who is the culprit? Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
To steal something, to protect someone, for the thrill. They were busy. Business rivals as punishment. Jealousy. Oops.
Have you made up your mind, Detective Martini? Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why?
Maria.
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
I didn't even question these two. Or this person.
Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why? Detective Martini, this is complete nonsense.
Well, I did not. So you have to get it correctly. Where's the other two people? Where the heck are those other two people? I think the game crashed. Okay, the game crashed. We found one murderer. She has to be the murderer.
The second I stepped off the train,
Where's the other two people? Can you tell me about the murderers again?
Well, Detective Martini, I don't have all the details just yet. But what I do know is that all three victims were brutally attacked. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood, may they rest in peace. As for the exact causes of their deaths, I'm afraid I don't have that information. We'll need to speak with the coroner to get more details on that.
Where was each body found?
Yes, each body was indeed found. Maria Jansen's body was discovered outside her apartment in central Vaudeville, covered in blood. Nicola Grossman's body, on the other hand, was found outside Pascala's grocery shop in the morning, and poor Haley Greenwood's body was discovered in an alley behind the club where she worked. It's a grim situation, to say the least.
Okay.
Alright, Detective Martini, is there something specific you're looking to discuss or any leads you'd like to...
I don't know where the other two people are.
Oh, really? You don't know where the other two people are? That's quite curious. Do you have any idea why they might have disappeared or where they could possibly be?
Oh, hello. So, do you know anything about these victims?
Victims. Are you talking about the recent deaths here in Vaudeville?
Yes, the recent
I'm
deaths.
afraid I don't know much about them. I've heard there have been some unfortunate incidents, but I don't know the details. I try to focus on my performances and bring joy to the audience. What's been happening?
Well, there is this one lady called Haley that got killed. And she worked at a nightclub.
Haley Greenwood. That's such a tragedy. She was a fellow dancer, you see. We used to perform together at the Caban Violet. She had such grace and talent on stage. It breaks my heart to think that someone would harm her. I can't help but feel a sense of unease knowing that one of us was targeted. It's a terrible loss for our community. Do you have any leads on who might have done this?
One of her friends.
Oh, really? How dreadful. I can't imagine how her friends must be feeling right now. It's always shocking when something like this happens within your own circle. I hope they find the person responsible soon. We must all look out for each other in times like these. Speaking of friends, have you ever seen my burlesque performance? People come from every corner of Europe to see it.
I have not seen your performance, but I would love to.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. You're in for a treat, darling. My performances are filled with seductive charm and theatrical flair. The Caban Violet is the place to be if you want to experience.
Sounds fun. I don't know where the frick the other two people are. Hey, there was a victim outside this.
Oh, how dreadful. It is truly tragic to hear about such unfortunate events happening in our beloved Vaudeville. One can never be too careful these days, can they? Let's hope the justice will be served swiftly and our peaceful little town can return to its usual charm. Now, where were we? Yes, I was just about to ask Pascal for some of those delicious truffles. They're simply divine.
Okay. Why did you murder someone outside this store?
Oh my, what a preposterous accusation. I assure you, I had absolutely nothing to do with any sort of wrongdoing. I am but a humble housewife and an heiress, not some nefarious criminal. I believe it would be best to focus on finding a true culprit, don't you think? We mustn't jump to conclusions based on baseless assumptions. After all, appearances can be deceiving, can't they?
If you were to ever kill someone, why would you kill them?
Well, one can't help but entertain the thought, can they? But, hypothetically speaking, I suppose there might be a motive for someone like me to commit such a heinous act. Perhaps it would be to protect my reputation and maintain the illusion of perfection. Or maybe it would be to eliminate an obstacle standing in the way of my desires. But rest assured, detective, these are just idle musings. I would never dream of taking...
So, tell us, Detective Martini. Who is interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
Jealousy.
Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why?
Ritual to steal something, to protect someone. I also don't know where these two people are. To steal something for the thrill, for revenge. And
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
For the thrill.
Detective Martini, this is complete nonsense.
It's complete nonsense. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you do want to pick up this game for yourself, there's a link in the description below, Steam page, and I will see you next video. All right, later.